The first man gets the oyster, the second man gets the shell. Aim for the highest. The best time to expand is when no one else dares to take risks. No person will make a great business who wants to do it all himself or get all the credit. Success can be attained in any branch of human labor. There is always room at the top in every pursuit. Concentrate all your thought and energy upon the performance of your duties. Think of yourself as on the threshold of unparalleled success. A whole, clear, glorious life lies before you. Achieve. Achieve. It is the mind that makes the body rich. The socialist or anarchist who seeks to overturn present conditions is to be regarded as attacking the foundation upon which civilization itself rests, for civilization took its start from the day when the capable, industrious workman said to his incompetent and lazy fellow, "If thou dost not sow, thou shalt not reap," and thus ended primitive communism by separating the drones from the bees. In bestowing charity, the main consideration should be to help those who will help themselves, to provide part of the means by which those who desire to improve may do so, to give those who desire to rise the aids by which they may rise, to assist, but rarely or never to do all. Every act you have ever performed since the day you were born was performed because you wanted something. The thoughtful man must shortly say, "I would as soon leave to my son a curse as the almighty dollar." You cannot push anyone up a ladder unless he is willing to climb a little. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Perhaps the most tragic thing about mankind is that we are all dreaming about some magical garden over the horizon, instead of enjoying the roses that are right outside today. When fate hands us a lemon, let's try to make lemonade. The man who acquires the ability to take possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else to which he is justly entitled. The older I get, the less I listen to what people say, and the more I look at what they do. I began to learn what poverty meant. It was burnt into my heart then that my father had to beg for work. And then and there came the resolve that I would cure that when I got to be a man. Here is the prime condition of success. Concentrate your energy, thought and capital exclusively upon the business in which you are engaged. Having begun on one line, resolve to fight it out on that line, to lead in it, adopt every improvement, have the best machinery, and know the most about it. Do not look for approval, expect for the consciousness of doing your best. Concentration is my motto: first honesty, then industry, then concentration. And while the law of competition may be sometimes hard for the individual, it is best for the human race because it ensures the survival of the fittest in every department. I believe that the true road to preeminent success in any line is to make yourself master of that line. I believe that higher wages to men who respect their employers and are happy and content are a good investment, yielding, indeed, big dividends. Be king in your dreams. Make your vow that you will reach that position with untarnished reputation, and make no other vow to distract your attention. The secret of success lies not in doing your own work, but in recognizing the best person to do it. If you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hopes. There is little success where there is little laughter. The men who have succeeded are the men who have chose one line and stuck to it. The man who dies rich dies disgraced. You are what you think. So just think big, believe big, act big, work big, give big, forgive big, laugh big, love big, and live big. Neither the individual nor the race is improved by almsgiving. The parent who leaves his son enormous wealth generally deadens the talents and energies of the son and tempts him to live a less useful and less worthy life than he otherwise would. It is a waste of time to criticize the inevitable. I shall argue that strong men, conversely, know when to compromise, and that all principles can be compromised to serve a greater principle. There is no class so pitiably wretched as that which possesses money and nothing else. The price which society pays for the law of competition, like the price it pays for cheap comforts and luxuries, is also great, but the advantages of this law are also greater still than its costs, for it is to this lay that we owe our wonderful material development, which brings improved conditions in its train. He that cannot reason is a fool. He that will not is a bigot. He that dare not is a slave. Speculation is a parasite feeding upon values, creating none. A library outranks any other. One thing a community can do to benefit its people. It is a never-failing spring in the desert. Wealth is not to feed our egos, but to feed the hungry and to help people help themselves. I am as a speck of dust in the sun, and not even so much in this solemn, mysterious, unknowable universe. I resolve to stop accumulating and begin the infinitely more serious and difficult task of wise distribution. Watch the costs, and the profits will take care of themselves. No man can become rich without himself enriching others. The best portion of a good man's life is little, nameless, unremembered acts of kindness and of love. If a man would eat, he must work. A life of elegant leisure is the life of an unworthy citizen. The Republic does not owe him a living, it is he who owes the Republic a life of usefulness. Life is not so much a matter of position as of disposition. I am no longer cursed by poverty, because I took possession of my own mind, and that mind has yielded me every material thing I want, and much more than I need. But this power of a mind is a universal one, available to the humblest person as it is to the greatest. Teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision. The ability to direct individual accomplishments toward organization objectives. It is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. Young man, make your name worth something. Libraries are reservoirs of strength, grace, and wit, reminders of order, calm and continuity, lakes of mental energy, neither warm nor cold, light nor dark. In any library in the world, I am at home, unself-conscious, still and absorbed. People who are unable to motivate themselves must be content with mediocrity, no matter how impressive their other talents. Do your duty and a little more, and the future will take care of itself. You may never get a second chance to make a first impression. The secret of happiness is renunciation. All human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes. A sunny disposition is worth more than fortune. Young people should know that it can be cultivated, that the mind, like the body, can be moved from the shade into sunshine. Every man must be allowed to sit under his own vine and fig tree, with none to make afraid if human society is to advance, or even to remain so far advanced as it is. No man will make a great leader who wants to do it all himself, or get all the credit for doing it. The great manufacturing or commercial concern, which does not earn at least interest upon its capital, soon becomes bankrupt. It must either go forward or fall behind. To stand still is impossible. The average person puts only 25% of his energy and ability into his work. The world takes off its hat to those who put in more than 50% of their capacity, and stands on its head for those few and far between souls who devote 100%. The greatest astonishment of my life was the discovery that the man who does the work is not the man who gets rich. You must capture and keep the heart of the original and supremely able man before his brand can do its best. If you want to get rich, think of saving as earning. The wise man puts all his eggs in one basket and watches the basket. Whatever I engage in, I must push inordinately. Not evil, but good, has come to the race from the accumulation of wealth by those who have had the ability and energy to produce it. The sole purpose of being rich is to give away money. All honor's wounds are self-inflicted. 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. The fastest way to double your money is to fold them in half and put them in your pocket. There is a power under your control that is greater than poverty, greater than the lack of education, greater than all your fears and superstitions combined. It is the power to take possession of your own mind and direct it to whatever ends you may desire. Aim for the highest, and when it's a question of God's almighty spirit, never say I can't. There is no use whatever trying to help people who do not help themselves.